Okay, hi everyone. So this is my first share or my first giveaway. This is electronic configuration game. And it's not really a game, but it's gonna help your students to better understand what electronic configuration is and how to put those electrons on those shells because it can get pretty confusing. So what happened was that my mom, who is homeschooling my nieces, one of them is 5, one of them is 8 years old, and I heard them in the room a few doors down, where she homeschools them. And she was having a hard time teaching the 8-year-old how to put the electrons on the shell. She wasn't quite understanding how to do that. While strangely, I was in my room doing an online class because I was on break, but at the same time, I got this job to teach chemistry to no, not third grade, to ninth graders, which is third form in Jamaica. So I was teaching the same concept at the same time. And I got this really cool idea to make this game. As I said, it's not really a game, it is a demonstration which really helps your students to better understand. So, first you see the game rules. It says this is the first shell. And well, that should be first in shell in two words. All right, so first mistake. I need to clear that out. So that's level 1. And here's a shell. Then it says, can you load or you can load only 2 electrons max. So only 2 electrons can go on the first shell. This is the second shell. You can load only 8 electrons on this shell. So maximum. So you need to explain that to them. This is the third shell. You can load only 8 electrons max. So that's the rules. And you let them understand what that means. 288, maximum. So you can load less than 8 on the second shell if you want. You can load less than 8 on the third shell. You can't go more than that. All right. And then I bring up this handy dandy periodic table. There's one down below if you want to have a good copy. I think that a good periodic table has the atomic numbers clearly written. Especially at this stage, it has decimals. It would be good if it didn't, but that's fine. So you're gonna need those atomic numbers to tell you what, each um, element represents as we go along. So they are found in the top left corner of each element. So everyone in the class at this point should have their own periodic table printed out and in their hands. Level 1, hydrogen. So let's level up. All right, so hydrogen, there's the first shell. Step 1, what's the atomic number? And everybody will be wondering, what is that? So they'll be looking at their periodic table. And the answer would be 1. So everybody would be yelling 1. Okay, fine. 1. And there it is. Put on the first electron, right? So that's step 2. So 1 electron because it's 1 for the atomic number. And when I was doing this, I'm gonna show the video a little bit afterwards, and you're gonna see how my nieces, I put my little one on my lap and I just let her do the numbers, like add, because this is a little bit over her head, but she was actually catching on. And then the 8-year-old was just having a blast going at it because she had a background already. But the little ones will still understand. Okay, so put on the first electron, and I did. Have the electrons reach the atomic number? So is the number of electrons equal to the atomic number? Yes, it is. And so we level up. We got it. So once it's equal, we are good to go. Helium. Let's level up. What's the atomic number? So everyone check your periodic tables. 2. Fine. There you go. You're correct. It's 2. Add 1 electron at a time. So let's add the first electron. Is the shell full? We had 2 for the atomic number. So do we have 2 electrons? No. So the arrow goes back up. Add 1 more electron. There we go. So now the question comes back down. Is the shell full? Yes, because we have 2 electrons and we have 2 as the atomic number. Awesome. Now let's move on. Okay, so now we're going to level 2 because we have cleared the first row of the periodic table. We're now going to go to the second row. Lithium. All right, there we go. And, as a teacher, all you have to do is just press next on the keypad and this flows. You just explain each step and the students will follow. What's the atomic number? 3. Great. There you go. You got that correct. Right? Add 1 electron. So don't tell them to add 3 electrons. Add 1 at a time, and every time you add 1, you check to see if it's equal to the atomic number. So add 1 electron. Awesome. Is the shell full? No. What do we do? Add 1 electron. Awesome. Is the shell full? Is it full? So some people will be like, no, and some people will be like, yes. Well, if the shell is full, that means we should have 2 electrons on it. That's the rule. That's the rule that we did at the beginning. So you need to have 2 electrons on the first shell. 3 electrons on the first shell is not allowed, right? So is the shell full? Yes, it's now full because it has 2, right? Now, are we finished? Like 3, do we have 3 electrons being equal to 3 as the atomic number? No, so we need to add another shell. Add an electron to that shell. There we go. Have we reached the atomic number? Yes. So the electrons are now equal to atomic number, and we can move on. Let's level up. Beryllium. Beryllium. All right, so beryllium. What's the atomic number? 4. Let's fill that shell. Only 1 at a time. So add 1 electron. Is the shell full? No. So we need to add another electron. Is the shell full? Yes. When the shell is full, we need to continue, right? So add a shell. Let's continue. Add 1 electron. Have we reached the atomic number? No. So we add another electron. Now, have we reached the atomic number? Yes. 4 electrons. 4 is the atomic number. Awesome. Let's level up. And we could go on and on and on. So, I skipped all the way to nitrogen here just to break the mold. Let's see how this one goes. So what's the atomic number? And they'll be scanning on their periodic tables to find that. It's 7. Step 2, add one electron. And by this, if you are going one element at a time, by the time you get to 7, everyone is like, add 2, they won't be saying add 1 and waiting. They'll be like, add 2, right? So is the shell full? No, add 1 more. Yeah, okay, we've added 2. And they'll be probably yelling, add another shell. Okay, add a shell. What do we do now? So we add 1 electron, but we have to be careful. All right. So add 1 electron. Is a shell full? Have you reached the atomic number? No. Add 1 more electron. Have we reached the atomic number? No, because we still have 4 electrons and we have 7 as the atomic number. So we need to add more electrons. Have we reached? No. No. And we can count. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 6 electrons to match up to get, we need 7 electrons to match up to make our 7 as atomic number. So there we go. So now we have 7 electrons and 7 as the atomic number. Let's level up. Oxygen. So it goes on, and all you have to do is guide the students as you go along. And, you'll keep going until you get to the 3rd shell, where it gets even more fun. This is, your stable neon. You'd have your full 8 in the outer shell, and then level 3, we get to something that has a 3rd shell. So 2 and then 8 maximum. And notice now the instructions say repeat max check. So you've added 1 electron, you just keep going, and then you keep repeating, and then you check for the max. Keep checking for the max. There we have the max. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have we reached the atomic number? No, we have 10 and the atomic number is 11. So we need to add 1 more shell. So careful down here, the maximum for those yellow electrons, that's it, right? And so we add another shell and we add another electron. So I'll stop here. And I hope I hope this is helpful for you, and I hope it's helpful for students because they too can use it and get accustomed to adding the electrons on the shells and seeing how the pattern works. And students will get better acquainted with how the rules work. All right, so I have this free. If you want it, all you have to do is follow the rules below, and you can go to my website and get it. Or, yeah, that's it. You go to my website and it should be there. Just click on the link and for you. Okay, bye-bye, and happy teaching, happy learning.